everybody. How are you today? We are going to be doing the qualities of Aries. Aries is March 21st, so you're coming up. So let's learn all about the qualities of Aries. I've already done the cards and I've already drawn them out. Here we go with your qualities. Let's run them down. So we start out with what needs to be expressed. What needs to be expressed. And I drew a Two of Pentacles. So as you can see, there is a man here. He is juggling two pentacles. Connecting those pentacles is an infinity sign. That is green. You can see his feet, his shoes are also green. In the background, you see two ships that are, it looks like, in some rough waters. That doesn't mean that this is a rough choice. It just means that your money ebbs and flows. But that wouldn't really go along with what needs to be expressed. However, if you look at the green of the infinity sign and the green of his shoes, it does show that timing, location matters for you. What I have deduced is you're making choices every day in juggling these daily tasks. We need to remember timing. There is a place and time for choices. What needs to be expressed? I think you like to be very expressive all the time, and you need to just make sure that it's the right time and place. Then, qualities of Aries. In what ways do I lead others? In what ways do I lead others? We drew it reversed. The Hanged Man reversed. So in what ways do I lead others? With the Hangman reversed. With this, you show others that they have a choice either to struggle, to pursue material goals, or to accept circumstances as they are. You think differently from others, not because you are being contrary, but because you've had intense spiritual experiences. So you have had feelings of doubt. You have had feelings of loneliness. You have felt disconnected from God. You have gone through all of those things. That gives you a unique perspective. With that unique perspective, you're able to understand people. And when you can understand people, you can lead people. And because of your past experiences, whether negative or positive, you are able to have a different perspective on it, and you're able to lead people. That's really what I'm reading from the Hanged Man card. I had to write this stuff down, Aries, because it's a lot. So we came to number 3, and that is, in what ways am I headstrong? And here we got the reverse 6 of Pentacles. This tells us that your actions have a real effect. Basically, you will receive the energies that you put out, you're going to receive them back. So if you're kind, you receive it kind. If you're somewhat aggressive, if you're feeling a little aggressive, think about traffic. Think about being in traffic. You get aggressive, the person behind you gets aggressive. The person in front of you gets aggressive. If you just drive casual, it's fine. You probably won't even notice any aggression by you at all. So you definitely give out what you get back. Now, how does this mean that you're headstrong? Because you can be careless and you can even be dishonest if you feel that you are not being appreciated, if you feel you're being taken advantage of. You might decide, well, screw it. I'm not going to help out this person. I'm not going to pay this bill. I'm not going to pay them the full price. They're going to really have, you will drag your feet because you feel like people are not giving you the respect that you deserve. So that is how you are headstrong. Whatever you do, you will give back, and so it can get to be this kind of a circle where you need to, maybe if it's starting to get where you're just becoming very careless because you've just been so angry, now to the point where you don't even know why you're careless anymore. You got to get off that wheel sometimes. So you can do that to yourself and to others around you. And you could just say, I'm not paying you a dime. I'm not lifting a finger. So that is where you are headstrong. Aries, that is where you are headstrong. Don't want to get on your bad side. I'll definitely know it. Okay, so what do I demand of myself? Now, this was confusing to me because I got the 7 of Swords. Now, for what do I demand of myself? The 7 of Swords would suggest that there's deception, stealing, outright stealing. So I couldn't imagine that you expect yourself to steal I think maybe your demands, you have a little bit of high demands. You demand too much of yourself, perhaps. Because this, I mean, I don't know, self-defeating, your unique worldview and ability to do the unexpected can save the day. That was the most positive thing I could get from this card. This card is not a great card. Do you demand way too much of yourself? That's as good as it gets, guys. I'm sorry. Excellent. Now let's move on. Moving on. Where does ambition lead me? And we got a beautiful card. We got the Three of Cups. So your ambition leads you to joy, to creating joy for others. You manifest and create cause for celebration. Family reunions, parties with friends. Your ambition brings joy. So where does it lead you? It leads you to joy. I mean, I think that's pretty plain and simple. Then we're coming to when am I most effective? And you got the Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords, communication. You are most effective with your communication and your ability to inspire others. You have a freedom to think and express yourself and your ideas. You have the ability to bring out new ideas from others. You nurture their philosophies and outlook. You bring clarity, inspiration to others. So really, where am I most effective in communication? You are very, very good at inspiring people, telling people, teaching people. You're very, very good at this. Very good at communicating, very good at your ideas, very good at exploring them with people, sharing them, bringing out other people to realize their ideas. So that is where you are effective. You're effective, and probably I would say with debating, probably people would not want to go up against you if you really had a strong belief in something. You will win that argument. So communication for you is very good. You're very effective at it. And finally, we come to how am I courageous? Then we got the Lovers card. Okay, so here I wrote down, you have a unique ability to recognize the divine in others as well as yourself. How did I come to this conclusion? You see the reflection of the divine and yourself in others. And your courage is in the fact that you can love people very, very easily because of that. You don't need to be best friends with someone to care about them. That takes courage because you look at people around you and you see God in them. You see the divine in them. You see yourself in them. Maybe you can even pick up a little bit on who they are in their purest form. You're very open, and that is a beautiful thing. Your qualities they're divinely spiritual. Karmically, you give out what you give in. Basically, however you treat people, they'll treat you that way back. And you know this. The one thing I do not understand is the Seven of Swords, but I'm going to be honest, I don't understand how I can read that, what you demand of yourself. The only thing I can read it is you are just too demanding of yourself. You just expect way too much of yourself. I don't know if that helps, but that's where I'm going with this. Because you are so courageous and such a capable and effective communicator who brings inspiration to people around you, maybe that would make sense why you demand so much of yourself. Maybe too much, actually too much. You demand too much of yourself. You're not Superman, and you need to give yourself a break every once in a while. It would be good for you to do that. So we had the Seven of Swords, which was what do I demand of myself? And then we also got where am I most effective? We got the Queen of Swords. Because they're both swords, I kind of feel like these tie in together. So this is what I'm going to say. I'm going to say that you should be very cautious of false pride. So because you are such an effective communicator, you can really convince people that you can do wonderful things when actually you can't. That's not to say that you can't learn to, but perhaps your skill level is not quite where you would like it to be. So when you start talking and telling people about your achievements, your accomplishments, maybe sometimes you overdo it. Maybe sometimes you set yourself up for false pride, for trying to do the impossible, for having such high expectations. So I think that's how these two tie in together, because you are such an effective communicator. You are very good at inspiring people. However, the flip side of that coin is you're also very good at convincing people that you can do things that you simply cannot do. Perhaps even when you're talking, you are convincing yourself that you can do it, and then you just decide, I'll worry about that later. So that is a trap that you want to be cautious of. And then the other thing that I'm going to say here to just tie this up is that we got the Two of Pentacles, and that was for the what needs to be expressed. And we got the reversed Six of Pentacles for the how am I headstrong. So I also think that this is just something to be aware of, that the way that you express yourself does affect your day. So you're going to get back what you give. And that's very important for you to remember, especially materialistically. So that's saying that don't eat that extra piece of cake, etc., because you're going to feel it, right? That's on the little scale. There's bigger scales. My dog just came in. So I just wanted to say that to wrap that up. And I hope that helps, Aries. Take care. Have a wonderful day. Okay? Bye-bye.